Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of my new podcast, I Eat Vibes for Breakfast. I'm your host, Juliana Hale. So, this is a music industry podcast geared towards independent artists and professionals in the music industry. And it's also going to start off every single episode with a tea of the day, where I try a new tea, but also spill the tea about all things music, entertainment, news, all of that. But today I'm actually going to do a tea about me so that you can get to know me and get to know the show before we hop into this amazing adventure. Okay, so my literal tea of the day today is this Bengal Spice Celestial Seasonings. I'm pretty sure it's from Trader Joe's. So I'm very excited to try it. It has a beautiful tiger on it. I don't know what it has to do with tigers or Bengals. I hope, I don't think it would be, tiger tea. That'd be weird. So let's see. Oh, it has a blend master notes. Okay, that's serious. Brimming with cinnamon, ginger, cardamom, and cloves. This adventurous blend is like a trip to an exotic spice market in a faraway land. Bengal Spice is our caffeine-free version of chai. I don't even know how to say that word. The piquant, Piquant. Y'all can roast me for that. Piquant Indian brew traditionally made with black tea. Try it with milk and sugar for a true chai experience. I don't have any milk and sugar today, but I just like my tea straight. I don't put honey in it or anything like that. I just put the tea bag in the water. Great to go. Good to go. So the tea about me. My name is Juliana Hale and I am an independent artist. I have been in the pop scene since about 2018, 2017, or 2018. So we'll start a little bit at the beginning, just a brief overview. I started writing songs when I was about 9 years old, and that's also when I started playing guitar, piano, and flute, and then later on ukulele and bass as well. And my family moved with me to Nashville when I was 11 because I was obsessed with Taylor Swift and I wanted to, find success in Nashville. So I started playing in bars and writers' rounds when I was 11 years old. And it wasn't amazing. I was not a child prodigy. I'll tell you that right now. So right out of high school, I graduated with about $600,000 in full ride scholarships to study pre-med because, I was like, I'm really passionate about medicine and everything just because of my own health issues, which we'll get into at a later time. But I decided to give that all up and go for music full steam ahead. So I dropped all of that and I went on tour right out of high school. And I went on a really cool outreach tour in the Midwest. And when I came back, that's when I switched over to pop because I was Americana before. And since then, I've gotten to open for Snoop Dogg, Flo Rida, go on a great tour with Mariana's Trench, play festivals like Common Ground and Numbers Fest with people I really look up to like Halsey, Zed, Jack Harlow. And so I've had a really amazing time. I've worked with extremely great people, extremely talented people that I'm so blessed to be surrounded by. People like Tom Jackson, who helped me with my stage show, and he's worked with people like Shawn Mendes and Taylor Swift, who both have incredible stage presences. I've also worked with awesome vocal coaches like Brett Manning, Mama Jan, and Chanel Guyton. And I've worked with great producers and songwriters like Derek Minor, Jared Lee Gosselin, Skid Mills, and a lot of others. And those are also people that I hope to interview later on in this podcast. And those are the kind of people that I want to bring on to speak to the artist journey, but also all the other careers that you can have in the music industry. So I split my time between Tampa and Nashville. So I work in Nashville, but I like to live in Florida because the weather is amazing. I love the beach. I'm originally from Southern California, so I need sunshine in my life all year round. It is a necessity for me. Right now, I am filming in Florida, so this podcast, if you're watching it, you will see me in so many different locations depending on where I'm at, if I'm on tour, if I'm just traveling to a different studio, or whatever it may be. So let's try this actual tea. Wow, that's actually really good. That tastes like, kind of tastes like something I'd really love to drink in the fall time. I feel like it is very spicy. And I like that. That's very calming. I actually got the caffeine-free tea because I am drinking. Have you guys heard of those Panera like charged lemonades? They're delicious. So I have the strawberry lemon mint one over there, and it is chock full of caffeine. And I don't usually drink caffeine. So I figured we would do a little caffeine-free tea because I don't think I need any more. I got the large charged lemonade. That's a tongue twister. And it is delicious, but definitely has me bouncing off the walls, I'll tell you that. So the name I Eat Vibes for Breakfast is actually inspired by this time that I was at EDC Las Vegas, and it was a little bit in the morning or afternoon, so people were just getting to the festival, and I heard this girl yell at her boyfriend. She was like, "We can't keep eating vibes for breakfast." I was like, why not? So I just thought that was really funny, and that stuck with me, and I thought that would just be a really cool name for this podcast. As I mentioned, this podcast is really based around the journey of an independent artist and just people in the industry. There will be a new episode of I Eat Vibes for Breakfast once a week, every single Thursday, and it will be both audio and visual. I am so excited for the guests that I'm going to have on this show. I feel like they will provide such insightful knowledge and just years of experience that will really be helpful to me and hopefully to all of you guys. Plus, I think they're all just amazing people. I love every single person that I will be bringing on this show. I really want to just focus on building personal relationships and a great community between listeners, the guests, and myself. My current plan for guests are a choreographer, a producer, a vocal coach, and a music admin supervisor. So that's just what I've got cooking so far, but I am so excited to add to that list and really expand all of our experiences and knowledge. I feel like the best advice that I've been given is to really be a sponge and soak up tips and advice from every single person I come in contact with. And that's what I really want this podcast to do for you too. In addition to interviews, I will also have solo episodes as well, maybe even a few that are kind of vlog style so I can take you on the road with me or in the studio. Because I really just want to give a behind the scenes look at the music industry and pull the curtain back. There will definitely be a lot of entertaining topics as well. It will not be all business. We're going to have some fun for sure. We'll talk about things from Justin Bieber's historic $200 million rights sale to Rihanna playing the Super Bowl halftime show, and as far as Shakira and her post-breakup savagery. So we're really going to cover a plethora of topics, but it's all going to have one thing in common: music and entertainment. I also really want to explore the relationship between music and film, because not only is that a great revenue stream for creatives, but I've also had the opportunity to play a part in a movie called And You Call Yourself a Christian. I got to play this character Tiny. I had neck tattoos and everything. It was great. It really honestly made me want that in real life, but don't tell my mom, even though she's definitely listening. So I know that music and movies really come so close together, so I'll definitely have a guest on that side as well, so that we can really explore the connections between those two fields. I really hope this podcast leaves you entertained and also informed on the ins and outs of the music industry. I cannot wait to start this new journey, and I'm so excited to have you guys on board with me. I have never had a podcast before, and I fell in love with podcasts like the last year or two, and it became the only thing I would listen to when I'm driving. I mean, obviously, I still listen to a lot of music, but I'm definitely obsessed with podcasts. I love learning from people on podcasts. I love true crime podcasts, 100%. I honestly think it would be really cool to do like a true crime music little collab. Just putting it out there. I think that would be awesome. Maybe it's just me though. So to stay connected and stay in the know, you can actually just follow my personal accounts, which are at Juliana Hale on Instagram, at the Juliana Hale on Twitter and TikTok. I also have a Facebook page if you just look up Juliana Hale. My website is julianahale.com. I have my Spotify account, which is Juliana Hale as well. So there are so many ways for us to really start building this community. I also have a Discord chat, which I love to interact with. I have custom emotes and everything. So it's really, really fun on there, and I hope you can join. There's a master link if you go to the bio of any of those places I mentioned that will actually link you to all of my socials. And if you want the URL for that, I will put it in the show description, or it is ffm.bio/Juliana Hale. Also, feel free to shoot me a message on any of my social media platforms, because I would love to hear what you guys would love to hear about. And I want to make sure that, you guys are getting the content that you want and any questions you have answered. I know that being an independent artist nowadays can be such a 360 career. We have to really be everything to ourselves. Marketing, manager, to be our own artists, sometimes our own producers, songwriters, manager, booking agent, marketing, PR company, essentially all wrapped into one. So we are definitely going to cover the 360 of the music industry, and I'm so interested to get feedback from you guys and really make this a collaborative podcast. Stay groovy.